All right, more tidbits of proof there for you. When these things were recorded, I'll get the name and the video link for this. These guys that were going up into the Sierra Nevadas hunting back in the 70s would get into their shack, and when they got in their shack, these things would surround them and just chat back and forth. It scared the crap out of these guys, but they never laid a hand on them. And we'll get into that too. But upon listening, a couple linguists, some speech professors, stuff like that, they, because of the way they talked over each other, where animals make a call, get a reply, blah blah blah, these things talk over each other. You can tell that there's a female yelling at a man. That's like a universal language, But there was a considerable grant given to two Harvard linguists, not one, two. And upon everything that was collected, the language was figured out. So if you want, and you've got the right connections, you can learn to speak Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever. And another way, if you don't believe this, you can believe my ancestors. I am very, very much Cherokee Indian. Maybe not half, but very close. And I'm a descendant who, after the Trail of Tears, was the prince of the Cherokee Nation. And very proud about that. But if you go into any Native American culture, you're going to find not just references of Bigfoot. You're going to find paintings, you're going to find totem poles, you're going to find stories about how they either worked together with them, fought them, because these things would come in and take kids, take men. I don't know if they're cannibals or they do it for retaliation or what the deal is. But, the fact that there's a language that was created by Harvard, there's no escaping that fact. So, y'all who, have laughed at me or whatever, how you can laugh at anybody for telling a story about something they encountered, I'll never ever understand that. Too many of you just sit in your house playing armchair quarterback, and these people are out there living life and having these encounters, and you've got the audacity to question them. And these people aren't looking for anything. And if these people could go back in time and erase that encounter, they would do it. 99% of the time, they would do it. And that's including myself, okay? So, they're proven. Every Indian culture, Eskimo culture, if you go to any native land, especially in Russia, oh my goodness, they have such an issue with them there. But like I said, the burden of proof has been fully and completely filled. Now, as far as the government's concerned, do we really want them to give us the information they know? Think about that. I want to know more about them. Yeah. Our government knows a lot about them. When Mount St. Helens erupted, one of these linguists that created the language was actually with another Sasquatch as they went from location to location where families of them were staying or whatever, and trying to find one. And they were actually bringing out wounded ones, that were really badly burned, and treating them. Try to get hold of a guard, or a military person who is part of that day. They'll tell you. And if they found them too badly hurt, with the okay of the elder Sasquatch that was actually talking with the linguist, they would dispatch them or shoot them, put them out of their misery. And you know, this is all fact. It's crazy stuff. It really is, but it's true. And the more we grow and the more that we encroach into the woods, the more encounters people are going to have. And why isn't there more video? You know, why isn't it, first of all, you're not going to catch them on the trail cam unless they want you to. All right, trail cam infrared, I can see at night. They can see them at night. So the better the camera you're using, the less, the harder it is for me to see it. But I don't think that they just see it. I think that they can actually see the electromagnetic field or feel it or be in tune with that. And we'll get into that too for what their abilities are. But I'm really just trying to, create a basis here and talking points for people to, start conversations or ask me questions, and I'll, get back to you here with this. But the evidence is just overwhelming. In talking to deputies that were on helicopters with high-powered rifles chasing them down, it's amazing how much interaction the government's had. Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, I don't like even looking at that. That's all documented. Those were scientists at that ranch, and they were watching stuff materialize in front of them. That is just unbelievable. So, as a man of faith, there is a line where I'm like, okay, I'm not sure I really believe that. However, when the Lord says that his ways are higher, his thoughts are higher, there are things we won't understand. Maybe this is one of them. However, the whole UFO and Bigfoot thing, a lot of it's tied together. And what you should do, get into some of David Paulide's stuff. He's the author of Missing 411. His YouTube channel is called the Can-Am Project. But the man is the best researcher I've ever heard. And he was given a large sum of money by a private benefactor to prove these things existed. And the work that he got done was simply amazing. And again, proved beyond all shadow of any doubt. Okay, so we've established that these things are real. There's nothing anybody here can ever say that's going to change that fact. The sooner you accept it and start learning how to deal with them, if you're a woodsman. Now, here's something I'd like to say to the people who have encountered them and unfortunately have lost the ability to go into the woods, because that seems to be what happens here when there's an encounter, like a real, a hunter just kind of walks into one, or not, you know what I mean. But they can be unbelievably intimidating and make sounds that you've never imagined any creature could create. And vocalizations are unreal. And some of these people are scarred for life and cannot get back into the woods. They just can't do it. As a person who runs a therapy group at my church for a subject that's very difficult for people, and no, it's not drugs or alcohol or porn or anything along those lines, but I believe it's a much harder issue to deal with. I've got a lot of experience with healing, and I have a genuine desire to help people. That's the heart the Lord gave me, and I'm grateful for it. I'm not looking for a penny from anybody. However, subscribing, I guess that always helps people. And your comments would be awesome. So the next videos are really going to be getting into the meat and potatoes, but I'm just trying to create some talking points right now. Okay? Have a great day.